Pounders, we are back doing what we do best, and that is putting $10 into the big board. Yes, we have a little bit of news today. Dalton Schultz going to the Texans, presumably where we're going to get Bryce Young to land as of right now. You also have Devin Singletary going there on a 1-year short money deal, $3.75 million. I mean, you can't really ask for a better scenario for Dameon Pierce. You knew they were going to bring in someone. Singletary is not going to be the highest of competition. So you knew they were going to bring in someone. I think he's going to be a change of pace back over there for Schultz. I mean, Brevin Jordan, if you guys are drafting him, it was a sneaky play. I thought it was a little risky, but again, it's a 20th round guy that you were drafting, so it's not the biggest deal. OJ Howard to the Raiders. Is he supposed to be some sort of Darren Waller replacement? I think that's going to fall short. And you had Mac Hollins yesterday sign a 1-year deal with the Falcons. Going to be that guy that stretches the field. That might help London, to be honest, and Pitts. But yeah, let's sort of see where these guys line up. Obviously, we get Adam Thielen to sign a 3-year deal with the Panthers. That's insane. And as long as he's there with CJ Stroud, presumably first overall pick, I mean, he will have touchdown upside, but you're not really expecting him to have any 100-yard games left in him. But he should still be a red zone threat. He'll have some of those spike weeks. I'm sort of still fading him, but we'll sort of see where these guys are going in the Underdog draft right now. And we'll see what sort of adjustments we can make. I think that Schultz's price is more than fair. He's going usually around 120s. So let's get a little countdown going in the chat. When I start the countdown, that is when you want to jump in due to the delay. So hopefully everyone's ready. We got 14 people here. Let's do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going in. We're waiting for 6. So this is going to be a Pounders draft for sure. And we're full. And it's gone. Like the South Park meme. And it's gone. We get the 3 spot. Streamer Luck. Bryce, what's up, my man? Hamlin Motorsports. Josh, Pounders. KC Connection. Pretty sure he's in the chat. Ches, what's up, my man? Ben in the 11 and Toasty. Dennis in the 12 spot. If I didn't call your name and you're in this draft, let me know in the chat. Lee says, I wish I could draft already maxed out. What are your top 3 exposures, Lee? Let's hear them. And are you happy? Are you happy with your exposures right now? Because we've been making adjustments this whole time. Vapor says, just missed it. No worries, bud. We've been making adjustments. So far, I'm liking the exposures. Oh, we also had Singletary, right? So Singletary off the board. Another free agent gone in this running back world. We have 5%. Probably going to be dodging him. But as long as there was a chance he could have gone to Cincy or the Chargers, like we wanted a little bit of him with 36 drafts left. And now we're going to fade. And fade. Let's see what Philly special. Absolute brutal name to a Patriots fan. Let's see where Damian Harris lands too, right? There's some of these bad spots that are now full. Oh, we get Chase at the 3. Little gift. Little early gift. I love that. Lee says he has Hurst at 43%. Christian Watson at 42%. Sean Tucker. I like the Sean Tucker. Trying to get more Sean Tucker. Trying to get more Rashawn Johnson. He'll go at 4. I'm on board. I 100% am on board with this right now. Hill at 4. Cooper Kupp at 5. Yeah, love that. Our top 3 exposures are all wide receivers. It's Alec Pierce, Tyquan Thornton, and DPJ. I guess DPJ is tied with Hunter Henry and Daniel Jones. at 28%. Definitely, Dennis, what's up, my man? Welcome to the live stream. Says, what's up, guys? Yes, it is going to matter most where these rookies land and how high they're drafted. Their draft capital will tell you a lot of what their role is going to be in the NFL. Kelsey goes at 6, followed by Diggs at 7. Let's see if we can get Burrow at like 51 here. I've yet to get Burrow to go that late, but in our Pounders drafts, he's gone as late as 52. I've seen it 4 times in our drafts. Let's see if we have enough Pounders in here. Tupelo might be going rogue. So we'll see. How do you feel about Deshaun Watson this year? Extremely draftable. For his ADP, right now is a QB going to 82. I like him better than Dak's ADP, especially with the loss of Schultz. I like Tua's ADP. I think that's super fair. I like Daniel Jones too. Like 20 picks later. Right now, I'd probably prefer Jones. Like if we're talking cash games, but we are going to want exposure to a Deshaun Watson who's going to have those spike weeks on the ground and in the air as well with DPJ, Amari Cooper, Njoku. He's got a super solid team. Really good supporting cast. So we're definitely going to want some Deshaun Watson. Also like Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb's falling too far in these. He really is. In half-point PPR, where touchdowns matter a whole hell of a lot more, 29, that's late. It is late. So let's see. We get the Chase at 3 spot. We'll see what falls to us at 22. Let's sort of make this bigger here, but then zoom in. How about that? You got 7. What's up, my man? Welcome to the live stream. Yes. I have to say it every draft. Naked Burrow is not good for anybody. It's not good for anyone's eyes. It's unhealthy. I have a feeling Tupelo with this pick 43. This is going to be Burrow right here. I'm calling it now. I don't know how I feel about Pickett. Steelers fans love him. I don't know what they see. I mean, fantasy-wise and QB-wise, he's got a good supporting cast, though. Good supporting cast. Sure up that O-line. Get the run going. We'll see. Smith goes at 19. See some of these elite QBs starting to fall a little bit towards the back end, which is nice. We presumed that was going to happen. Yeah. Hamlin Motorsports. The pick is on you, sir. Goes Mahomes. Let's go Olave here. Hertz goes at 23. Lee's referring to my previous comment. Let's peek it. This morning, I got a naked pick at 238. I mean, 76 picks after ADP. And it's a 20-round draft. I'm 100% fine with it. TK goes. Let's bring in Nick Chubb here. I have a ton of Derrick Henry. Brees Hall, I'm over 8%. So I'm kind of smoothing out the exposures on these 3 running backs. See how much Chubb we have. 5%. So maybe that brings us to 6. We have 22 pounders in the chat. Can we get a few likes on the video? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, bell for notifications if you want to jump in some of these live drafts with us. It's always a fun time. Right, guys? Derrick Henry goes at 31. Sheesh. I mean, he's the perfect best ball player too, and he has 1 year left in him. Realistically, it only takes 1 game. He can have those 200-yard, 2-touchdown games. I like Henry. What's up, Paul? Wish Henry's ADP was in first. What you mean? What you mean? Slumdog, what's up, my man? Welcome to the live stream. Olave over Metcalf. Any reasoning? I have a lot of Metcalf. So we have 9% Olave. Metcalf at 11%. Metcalf at 11%. So a little balance action there. Olave's going to keep falling. He's going to keep falling. Eventually, these three QBs, right now, these three QBs should be going after Devonta Smith, T. Higgins, Olave in these 20-round drafts. When we get to the 18-round drafts, when you can't make up that gap at QB as easily just by drafting three, it's more of an advantage. So right now, you should be drafting these receivers earlier. But I really do think that Olave, like, this is ceiling status for him. I'm completely on board with that. I just want to make sure I have my 8% because he is a spike week player. Dylan, what's up, my man? Welcome to the live stream. Says Henry was still good late in the season. 100%. And he didn't re-injure his foot. Always a good sign. Always a good sign. They should be run heavy again. Not a lot changes. Team revolves around Henry. Yeah, Olave is just going to be one of those spike week players. You're not going to want, under 5% of him. Wide receiver 1 on the team. Bringing in Derek Carr, I mean, it's not the best. It's not the worst. Here we go. Here's the Joe Burrow prediction at 43. Get ready to close your eyes. Oh, no. Oh, no. I could see it now. I could see it now. Oh, no. Don't do it. Don't do it. Come on. One time. Oh, no. I'm sweating. Oh, he doesn't do it. Wow. Okay. Now I have to think, do I want to go Burrow at 46 or do we risk it for the biscuit and try to get him at 51? Unless one of these two. Oh, Josh has T. Higgins. He easily could go Burrow here. Goes Pittman. It's getting thin at receiver. And again, that's sort of why we go Olave here. Because we're guaranteeing ourselves one of these elite running backs anyways by going Olave. I like Najee. I'm just going to go Burrow here. Bring him in with Chase. We get Chase at 3. And I can make do with one of these guys. Tussauds has a QB. Yeah. But Philly special. A little bad list over there scaring me. So I'll take him there. I haven't done that before, so happy. I think it'd be interesting to bring in see what Bryce wants to do. Bryce is in the live stream. Okay. Let's go the Hawk. Let's get some Hawk action. Super even builds. We get Hawk almost 8 picks after ADP. We're getting Burrow 9 picks after ADP. Take this team and just bring it right to value time. You need another wide receiver. Oh, we gonna draft plenty of wide receivers. I typically like to have 5 receivers by round 8, but this is going to be a little more of a balanced start. I mean, when you get Hawk at 51, you're doing a little dance for sure. You're doing a little dance. I don't have a ton of Hawkinson. I'm at 3%, so definitely going to smooth out the exposure here when he drops in ADP. And we'll see how the team turns out. Yeah, don't be greedy. I know. I know. I'm just gonna take it. I'm just gonna take it. We'll just take the value. So up in 15 picks. We'll just sort of look ahead real quick. 70 and 75. And yeah, there's some guys we like. We can go wide receiver, running back, or we could double tap receiver. So Kittle go at 55 to Casey connection, but it's sort of looking like Buffalo connection right now. Goes double elite tight end. Mark Andrews, George Kittle. I love Mark Andrews at 42. I really do. Really do. Give me Mark Andrews at 42 over Kelsey at 6 any day of the week. Any day of the week. See Trevor Lawrence come in with the ETN team. Eh. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yeah, this will be a super heavy wide receiver team. Only going 2 QBs, only going 2 tight ends, so we'll be able to catch up everywhere else. I think the second tight end has to be like a mid-range, though. I don't think we can push it till, like, last round. Give me Hawk at 51. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You guys pumping us up to 11 likes. Love that. Love that. You can do better, though. I know you can. Aaron Jones goes. Dalvin Cook. We have moved Aaron Jones in front of all these running backs right here. We see Singletary going to Houston. Don't think it's a huge deal, though, for Pierce. Pierce is going too early here anyways. Don't have a whole ton of Pierce this year just because his ADP is super pricey. We have 1% Pierce. Mr. Grapefruit, love the name. Welcome to the live stream, my man. Give me Hayden Hurst in the dead rounds. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You could pair him up with some CJ Stroud teams. Carolina. I just think that Hayden Hurst was in the perfect situation last year on a high-powered offense and had a pretty bummy year in Cincinnati. You had Chase go down for several games. I don't know. I'm not a Hayden Hurst fan. But he goes to Cincinnati where there's not a ton of talent, not a lot of people to really take targets away. So we'll see what happens there. Let's go get our guy Jahan Dotson here. Just because we can get one of these running backs to follow us. We don't need a tight end. Okay. Tony goes at 72. I get it. Like, Juju's out of town. But honestly, Juju leaving, in my mind, boosts Sky more than it does Kadarius Toney. Kadarius Toney isn't going to take the majority of those targets. No one is. They're going to be spread out. But Toney is that gadget guy. Does that increase a gadget guy's role? I don't really think so. Let's go Deshaun here. We're done at QB. We got a little Cleveland connection. Paul asks, what kind of preferred builds are you leaning towards when it's only 18 rounds? QBs early would be even more of an opportunity cost. Yeah, I love elite QBs. Like in those 18-round drafts, give me Josh Allen, Mahomes, Jalen Hurts, Fields, Lamar, Burrow on a majority of my teams. You can also go late Danny Dimes. You can double tap like a Danny Dimes, Deshaun Watson, which is going to be interesting, but a lot of 2 QB builds for me when it comes to 18-round drafts. I think you find the biggest mistakes when we get to the 18 round drafts, people drafting multiple elite QBs or drafting 3 QBs with the Patrick Mahomes, which isn't as big of a mistake in these 20 round drafts, but when we get to the 18, it's a huge mistake. Same thing with tight ends. You can go a Mark Andrews and someone late. You could double tap like maybe a Goddard and Ingram and be okay, even though Ingram's not my favorite value. Tournaments are just such a different strategy. You're gonna want more exposure to different players rather than picking the value play every single time, just due to week 17 meaning the most. If you're picking that guy, no matter who it is, Christian Watson, every single time, a little early, maybe at 36, and he has a bad week 17, in tournaments, like, what's that do for you? But yeah, I'm excited for the 18 round drafts because that's where mistakes are more exposed. We got the underdog barking in the back. Shot Bateman at 82. Really like him at that ADP. Dude, look at Dennis just drafting all running backs and receivers here. Caught up at receiver with DJ Moore, DeAndre Hopkins, Marquise Brown, Brendan Ayuk. I like these four. A lot of upside here. Let's see what he does. Danny Dimes, Miles Sanders. Interesting. Interesting. I don't know how I feel about Miles Sanders being in Carolina. He very easily could be in line for 200 touches, but you still have Chuba Hubbard still there, right? So and near the end of the year, they were using 3 running backs. Chuba at 206. Gonna be better in full PPR than he will half, though. Ben says my QB is getting sniped like wild. Yeah, picking at the 11 and 12, you can really get boxed out at QB just due to where the ADPs drop. Danny Dimes went 17 picks before ADP, but you don't really expect him to get back to 108. Not in these drafts with us. We do value the rushing upside in these tournaments more than other drafters, but they just have a higher ceiling than a Kirk Cousins can give you typically. I think Kirk Cousins had one top 3 finish last year where he had like 32 points or something. We're having a run at running back here. That was close. I wonder if Dennis was gonna go Darren Waller and Daniel Jones, or Ben was definitely going Daniel Jones with the Waller here. So we're gonna bring in our second tight end, and we're done at tight end, and we have a little correlation with our QB. So we planned that out pretty decently. Yeah, Dennis says I wanted Waller and Jones for sure. For sure, saw that. You guys were both trying to get it. You guys are both going after the same stack of row. This is gonna be an interesting build going too early. Not early, but mid-round QBs, 2 mid-round tight ends. But we're done at QB, we're done at tight end. See what Bryce does. He goes Mooney. Interesting. I'll grab Sutton here. Haven't been drafting a ton of them, but 10 picks after ADP. If he went, I was probably going DPJ. But let's bring in Sutton here. I have a ton of stacks with Deshaun Watson and DPJ, so not too worried about that. And we did get Njoku. 10 picks after ADP. We're cool with that. We are cool with that. But guys, if you haven't already, drop a like on the live stream. Helps us tremendously. If you're new to best ball, drop a subscribe. Hit the bell for notifications. We'll get in some of these live drafts. Ben says, hoping dimes would fall back to me. At 83, his typical, like, there's no way you think that Dennis here is going to reach 17 picks. The fact that you were going to reach 16, you guys are just two big brains right next to each other. Charbonnet at 105. Love that. Love that from Ches. Little 144 build. Wolf stacking up on receivers. Little 135. Pretty balanced. Ben's balanced. Any teams doing anything ridiculous besides us? Hamlin Motorsports. I mean, can't really complain. If he goes a third QB, that'll be a mistake. But other than that, it's looking good. Dennis is on the clock. Honestly, Daniel Jones ADP should be here at 85. That's how I feel. Really should be there, especially after the addition of Darren Waller. I mean, assuming he's healthy. We can't predict injuries over here. I like him at this ADP. And the fact that his ADP didn't change that much after the Darren Waller signings, pretty odd. Oh, Rodgers, Elijah Moore back to back. Nice. Very nice. Dude, it's literally this. We're running backs and wide receivers the rest of the way. We are running backs and wide receivers the rest of the way. Kirk Cousins goes. Not the naked Cousins, Ben. Not the naked Cousins. You got a chance to stack him late. He's got options. Fryermuth at 112, first tight end for Ches. Justin Fields, you don't need any of his pass catchers. See Penny go off the board at 113. I think if you missed the value, I think you missed it. I'm not going to be drafting him here, but it's easy for me to say when we have 10% of them at 180. So if I don't draft him again, I'll end up with just under 8%, which I'm fine with. Goff off the board. Yes, please. Hyatt off the board. Honestly, of these running backs right now, A.J. Dillon sticks out to me, especially in half-point PPR. I wanted Boyd too, but I would rather get A.J. Dillon here. Philly needs running backs. Philly special. Williams off the board at 120. Not the biggest fan of this ADP. Especially we're expecting Kamara back out of suspension. Maybe he gets 6 games. Maybe he gets 8. But he will be back for week 15, 16, 17 for the playoffs. No longer in Sean Payton's doghouse. Nice. We're going to go Sky Moore here. Yeah, going Sky Moore. Hey, be nice in the chat, guys. Be nice to each other, fellas. Schultz off the board at 124. Honestly, I'm fine. I'm fine with this ADP for him. Bryce Young coming in, most likely. What do rookies do? They throw their tight ends. I think Schultz will have a fine year. He's also going much later than he was last year. He was going around 80, 75 last year. So you are getting a discount on him. Kyler Murray at 127 to pair with Josh Allen. Bully tight end strategy. See how that team turns out. I think it's going to be tough just having 4 receivers through 11 rounds. I think that's going to be tough to come back from, but we'll see what he does. Dennis is a cold cat, took both of my guys. I timed out. Wow. He put you under pressure. For those that don't know, Dennis is toast. Elijah Mitchell at 131. Someone we were sort of hoping was going to fall to us, but didn't expect him to. Wandale Robinson at 132. This is going to be someone you're going to want to pay attention to, Wandale, and his recovery process with his knee. Geno Smith at 134. But doesn't have any of the pass catchers. That's 2 pocket passers, Ben, with none of the pass catchers. We're judging. We're judging hard right now. Probably got Dobbs off the board. I think he becomes interesting now that we have Lazard moving on in free agency. I think he becomes a little value where he's going. Should be able to provide some spike weeks. Definitely going to want a running back out of this crew. We see him really falling down the board now. People are reaching up for the receivers. So we'll just sort of scoop some of this value here. I'm judging myself. Good. Good. It's good every now and then. Oh, and our number 1 receiver gets drafted right before us. How'd you know? How'd you know? It's because we mention it every single draft. Potentially. Potentially. Interesting. I don't love my options. Let's bring in Rashid Shaheed, and we'll just grab one of these running backs. Not gonna be Hunt. It's not gonna be Zeke. I'm going back to my midnight fish drafts. Yeah, they are definitely plus EV compared to our Pounders drafts. But this is where you get better. This is where you get the brainstorm, you get challenged, and they're in $10 drafts. By the time mid-season comes, you all gonna be in form. Gonna be in final boss form. We're going up and getting our guys here. Yeah, take Zeke off the board. Please. Please. P. Ryan goes. A-Chain, I'm not going to be as high on in half-point PPR. Let's go Sean Tucker. Someone that did not partake in the combine, but just released his tape for workout, and it was Impressive if all the times are correct. Now, who knows if they're correct or not. But he can have a 3 down role in an offense. So funny. All these ADPs for the rookies are so boosted right now because everyone's just trying to hit that one guy. So if we sprinkle in a few rookies with 4 or 5 vets, I'm fine with it, and some of these lineups will hit. How you have to do it. Vaporware says, "Pat, Ben, anyone in here join us in the $5 12-team slow draft. The dog pound and bragging rights in a few bucks." All right. All right, fellas. We'll join it. We'll join it. $5 slow draft. It's about half full. 12 person, I'm assuming. Yes, 12 person. 5 spots left. Bragging rights. Daryl says it's because you took my sky. It's all right. P Ryan, you can have P Ryan. You can have P Ryan. P Ryan would be perfect for this roster, but it's all right. It's all right. I gotta remember I can't queue him up. You guys are on both sides of me. Josh Dobbs to sign a 1-year deal with the Browns. Give us better news. We wanna know where Damien Harris is going. We wanna know where Damien Harris is going. Jordan Love goes 153, A-Chain, Hill, Foreman. I think Dante Foreman of Chicago is just like a green light for Khalil Herbert. Yeah, C. Dillon says, "P. Ryan always gets sniped now, I can never get him." We have a lot of P. Ryan. Honestly, I liked him when he was in Cincy. I don't know, I think I like him more being in Denver, though. We have 21% P. Ryan, but we've been drafting him all the way down as well. His ADP used to be around 165. Did I have a nightmare? Did I hear Cowboys are talking to Ronald Jones? Please confirm someone if that's true. Honestly, I'll start taking Pollard. I'll start taking Pollard here, like, at the 2-3 turn every time. That'd be such good news for Tony Pollard. Bryce says, "I was hoping Cincy was gonna sign him back with all the Mixon rumors." Exactly, exactly, but honestly, P. Ryan going to Denver, he still has that same upside where Javonte Williams is returning from a nasty ACL tear, wasn't as clean as Breece Hall's, and all his upside is sorta like Alexander Mattison, right? But he's gonna have more of a change of pace back role throughout the year because Javonte Williams is returning from an ACL tear. You're not just gonna give Javonte Williams 20 carries a game. So Perine should have a role no matter what, and then he has that extreme upside if Javonte Williams does get re-injured. Ooh, Hamlin Motorsports really needs a running back here. Alright, let's get our guy in Curtis Samuel. He's not 100% our guy here. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. We got options. So we brought the receivers back. Our running backs are looking fugly. A little hero running back build revolved around Nick Chubb. This is going to be probably 6 or 7 running backs. 7 running backs confirmed. Thielen off the board. The newest Carolina Panther. I'm fine with it. He has touchdown upside. Nico Collins, maybe. Like, he was good for a little bit, and now we have Schultz coming in. I think it does affect his red zone upside. Okay, so we get both our guys here. Ugh, I don't think I could do it. I wanna do it, but I don't think I could do it. I have to go Jeff Wilson here. I have to get some running back touches. It it pains me to not pick my, 2nd most drafted receiver, Tyquan Thornton, at 32%. It pains me. Hero running back, Pillwood shove. Yeah, I know. Pain. Max pain, but we did get Burrow at 46, Deshaun Watson, and we went an early tight end. Hawkinson dropping 8 picks. Get some correlation there. We get the Chase Burrow build. We're happy. No, 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 no. No, we don't light money on fire, my friend. We advance teams. We advance teams above 30% rate. Let me show you the way. We're done at QB, we're done at tight end. We just have to stack up. We just have to stack up. Jeff Wilson guaranteed touches next year, signed a 2-year deal with Miami. And they re-signed Gaskin, they re-signed Ahmed. Absolute green light for Jeff Wilson and Mostert. Just give me the running back that goes the latest in the draft. We're up in 11 picks. I mean, our QBs are friggin' super strong. Our tight ends, super strong. Njoku has a chance to finish as tight end 3, 4 this year. It's not out of the realm of possibilities. And then our receivers, I think we really caught up. So really, our only ugly spot is running back. And yeah, it's a low point on this team. We'll see what we can do. I know. Wilson was going around pick 200, but to get him at 171, it's really not that bad. We're talking 2 rounds. It's not like Anthony Richardson, who was going in the 20th or undrafted, now he goes in the 14th. That's where I cut ties. It's better off betting on him busting at that point than drafting him that far in advance from where other teams were getting him. Dalton Kincaid at 185 to pair with Gesicki, Jawan Johnson. I think that's fine. Here's Justin Herbert, Dak at QB. It's fine. Tapello, CJ Stroud, Anthony Richardson, Trey Lance. Jeez. Add up all their ages. He's not as old as Tom Brady. Uh, Pretty ugly range. Wanted Kendrick Miller there. Gonna go Van. Give me some Van. Give us some Van. We might be done at receiver. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we just go 4 running backs here. I like the Chase Brown pick. Didn't expect that. 20 picks before ADP. No. I'm not going Jake Ferguson here. I can't afford to. I need to catch up at running back. I need 4 more running backs. When we get Hawkinson and we go another middle round tight end, I think that this group is definitely strong enough to carry. Now, if we had Hawkinson and Juwan Johnson, maybe we go a 3rd tight end. But where we spend this type of draft capital, we're fine. We're fine at tight end. Let's bring in old man Lenny. Old man Lenny. 22 picks after ADP. Just maybe he ends up in Cincinnati. All right. I'm not a fortune teller, but let me see your hand. Mac, what's up, man? Welcome to the live stream. This is gonna be most likely, most likely the only draft tonight. Let's see how many likes we pop up on this video. We're only at 14. See, Dylan, imagine Lenny goes to Dallas. Possible. Possible. I mean, still excited to see what happens with Eckler. I'm not drafting a lot of Lenny, but when you get him 22 picks after ADP in a hero running back build, I mean, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I still don't love it. Like, I'm not ecstatic, but we'll take it. We're done at receiver here. High upside guys. High upside guys. So I like the group. 25 likes. Ben just put it out there, 25 likes, and we'll do another one. What a psycho. What a psycho. What a crazy man. Put that wrench away. Put that wrench away, Ben. He says 25 likes for another draft. I don't know if you guys could hit it anyways. I don't know if it's possible. Patterson at 201. I don't care. Give me some dusty. Give me some dusty running backs. I'll fill this room with dust. I will fill this room with dust. I need a t-shirt that says it's got like the positions QB, running back, wide receiver, tight end. And it's just like 2, 0, 12, 1. Give me one of those t-shirts. That's the team. Ben, I saved my like. These guys are creating new YouTube accounts, trying to boost it to 25 for another draft. You guys are sick. You guys are sick. See a little run at tight end here. Wow. Going Jake Fergie at 205. Has Tyler Conklin, Trey McBride. I like that. You got the pairing with Aaron Rodgers. I still think the room's a little weak, but it's tight end. So Dennis started with Bijan, then went JT, DJ Moore, DeAndre Hopkins, Marquise Brown, Brandon Ayuk, Miles Sanders, Danny Jones, Elijah Moore with Rodgers, Wando Robinson with the Jones stackaroo, Odell Beckham, Donta Foreman, Damian Harris, Trey McBride, Conklin, Ferguson, and Paris Campbell with the Jones stack as well. I'm not sure how I feel about Paris Campbell. I think his contract is pretty telling, and it's just busy over there. It's just busy. You compare his contract to Darius Slayton, who got what? 12 million for 2 years up to 16.5. Paris Campbell comes in for a 1-year, $3 million deal. They run similar routes. They have Hodgins, Richie James, Darren Waller. I don't know, Wandale Robinson, Sterling Shepard even. Like, it's busy in New York over there. But you're doing it for the stack. I respect that. Did it for the stack. Got sniped on Slayton. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it for the correlation. I think the contract is sketchy for him. I think it pretty much tells how much of a role he's gonna have, which I don't think is a lot. I will fill this room. I told you, I will fill this room with old, dusty running backs. Jerick McKinnon, welcome to the pound. 17 picks after ADP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's okay to have some dusty running backs. This is gonna be Sean Tucker to Cincinnati or Sean Tucker to the Chargers. That's exactly what's happening here. I don't know if I like the Pierre Strong pick. I liked it a week ago before James Robinson news, and I'm not saying James Robinson is anything special, but it is telling that they wanted more running back depth, and Pierre Strong only getting 10 rushing attempts last year. And remember, Damian Harris missed time. I don't think that's the best outlook for Pierre Strong, in my opinion. So I gotta follow the writing on the wall. I love this. This is very true by Ben. Stacking is a little overrated right now because plenty of stacks that don't exist right now will happen before the trade deadline. Yeah, think about Marquise Brown and Lamar Jackson last year. Think I'm gonna go with Keaton Mitchell here. Yep, we are. We're going one more running back. This is just this is based off the combine. I think he had a really good combine. He is a little light, but he is a pass catching back. We'll see where he ends up. I think he'll have a little more draft capital than people are thinking. James Robinson already a cut candidate. That's hilarious. They did that before, right? They brought in Reggie Wayne, didn't make the offseason. So it's not like it hasn't happened, especially in New England. Ches says my team is so mid. Let's see what he's doing over here. Ches has Justin Fields, Jordan Love, and Will Levis at QB. Probably don't need Will Levis when you go Justin Fields, in my opinion. At running back, Eckler, Aaron Jones, Cam Akers, Charbonnet, Cordell Patterson. I think the running backs are strong. QB is obviously strong with Justin Fields. Wide receiver, AJ Brown, Jerry Judy, Christian Kirk, Quentin Johnston. Put off wide receiver for a while, went Romeo Dobbs with the love stack. Hodgins, Claypool, Khalil Shakur. So like these two picks I don't really like. But I mean you have correlation with Justin Fields here, so it's fine. Brings in his third tight end. You have Cole Kmet with the connection too. With Justin Fields, I think the wide receivers are lacking. Hodgins just isn't my favorite, especially after they re-signed Sterling Shepard, James there. They re-signed Darius Slayton. Wendell Robinson's coming back from injury. Darren Waller's there. It's just busy. It's just busy. Paris Campbell signed a one-year deal. Hodgins is going too soon. Jesus. They brought in Tebow before. Yeah. Truth. That is true. They did bring in Tim Tebow. But guys, if you are new to the pound, all subscribers, we're having a little friendly competition giveaway. The three highest finishers will receive a Barstool Roger Goodell clown nose towel. Three highest finishers on the big board. We're going to do this for multiple tournaments this offseason. Bryce Ford Wheaton ran a super fast 40, freakishly tall, 6'3", 6'4". We'll see where it ends up. Sam Laporta. Sam Laporta before Musgrave. Interesting. Don't hate it. We need another running back. This is going to be a 2-8-8 build. Joe Burrow and Deshaun Watson, TJ Hawk, David Njoku. These running backs I don't want to look at. Wide receiver Jamar Chase, Olavi Jahan Dotson, Cortland Sutton, Sky Moore, Rashid Shaheed, Curtis Samuel, Van Jeffy. Could I stop at 7 here? Nick Chubb, AJ Dillon, Sean Tucker, Jeff Wilson with two rookies. I don't really think so. I don't really think so. Fancy dysfunctional. What's up, my man? Welcome to the live stream. Shit. I'm usually it's fine because I'm super strong at QB. I'm super strong at tight end. Zamir White, I sort of picture him like like Pierre Strong Jr. Just like didn't get a ton of touches last year. Let's just bring in Evan Hall. Try to hit on one of these. Oh my god. Did you see what just happened? And it's not the worst thing because we have Curtis Samuel, but it has to do with my settings. Oh my god. It has to do with my settings. Daryl Hamlin says my running backs are puke. Let's go take a peek at those real quick. Oh my god. My settings are set to it must be 7 running backs just in case I ever was on auto, that I don't pick more than 7. So it auto picks a QB, and we get Sam Howell 38 picks after ADP. Like, it's honestly not the worst. Like, Hull might not even be drafted, and we get correlations, we get super lucky. We have actually a double stack with it. That might have actually been the better play. I hate this. Let's look at Hamlin. Start off, he's got QB Patrick Mahomes. Well, it's actually easier to look here. I feel like you can just see it so much faster. Mahomes and Tua, super strong at QB. Schultz, Higbee, and Darnell Washington. I think this is fine. You get in Higbee, 19 picks after ADP. Mwah. Beautiful. Running back, Brees Hall, Najee Harris, Pierce, Tajee Spears, Michael Carter, Dwayne McBride. I think the running backs are fine. Strong with these two. Fill in. We'll see where the rookies end up. Wide receivers, Tyreek Hill, Lockett, Deontay Johnson, Cooks, Jalen Hyatt, Alec Pierce, MVS, Nico Collins, A.T. Perry. I think MVS is back in the picture now. I don't know about at 148, but I like his ADP around here, 160, 165. With the Juju news moving on. Who else? Who else wants me to cover their team? I almost never like my Pounders drafts team. Let's take a look at Josh. They are tough drafts. They're tough drafts. Jared Goof, Matthew Stafford, and Desmond Ritter. So yeah, it's you got a bunch of pocket passers. Not the highest of upside groups, but Jared Goff, be surprised. He might have some spike weeks this year. He's going to. Kyle Pitts, Knox, and Dylan Woods. I like the tight end group. Think it's super strong. Running backs, Josh Jacobs, Isaiah Pacheco, James Cook, Alexander Madison, Kendrick Miller, and Chuba Hubbard. I think the running backs are fine. Definitely serviceable. Wide receivers, Cup, Higgins, Pittman, Jameson Williams, Jacoby Myers, Michael Gallup, Terrace Marshall, Sterling, Shepard. So you have a little correlation with Jared Goff and Jameson Williams. You got Cooper Kupp with Matthew Stafford, and was Desmond Ritter just I think Desmond Ritter was oh, yeah, you even got Kyle Pitts with them. I think that's fine. I think that team's fine. I think it's fine. So we have a bunch of mediocre teams. My team's also not great. Definitely Dennis. Let's see what we got, man. Dennis drafted at 12. Whose team is good at the 12 spot? It's rare. We did 3 in a row on the live stream. We just got that lucky. 12 spot 3 times in a row, and our 3rd draft was fire. The first 2, mediocre. Daniel Jones, Aaron Rodgers, and Brock Purdy. I mean, Jones could carry this team. Trey McBride, Conklin, and Jake Ferguson. Yeah, so tight ends are a little weak. QB's a little on the weak side. Aaron Rodgers, I think, goes a little too soon for my taste, but you did pair him up nicely. Bijan Robinson, Jonathan Taylor, Sanders, Dante Foreman, Damian Harris. I like the running backs. I think these are fine, especially starting these with your first 2 picks. You have to rely on them. At wide receiver, you got DJ Moore, DeAndre Hopkins, Marquise Brown, Brandon Ayuk, Elijah Moore, Wandale Robinson, Odell, Paris Campbell. I think the wide receiver group's fine. Probably these last 3 picks aren't my favorite, but it doesn't mean it's wrong. I wanna make sure I got MVS first time reaching this contest. Damn, dude. You reached, alright. You reached. Let's see how Ben did, him swinging his big wrench right in the freaking group chat, right in the live stream. We got Kirk Cousins, Geno Smith, Bryce Young at QB, Darren Waller, Taysom Hill, Noah Fant at tight end. I don't know why. I can't get behind Noah Fant. I see you paired him with Smith, so it's fine. Jahmyr Gibbs, Javonte Williams, James Conner, Elijah Mitchell, Tank Bigsby, Jalen Warren. I like this group. I think Gibbs goes a little too early in these drafts, but we'll readjust when we see after the NFL draft. Javonte Williams, 12 picks after ADP. Connor, 9 picks after ADP. Can't really complain there. That's nice. David Blow, 1-year deal with the Cardinals. Cam Sims to sign with the Raiders. Nothing big. Wide receiver, you have Garrett Wilson, Amon-Ra, beautiful. Amari Cooper, Calvin Ridley, Mike Evans, Laviska Shenault, Cedric Tillman, Bryce Ford-Wheaton. I like a couple of these picks down here. Laviska Shenault is back. He's been resuscitated from the dead. If there's a will, there is a way. Guys, we almost got 25, but we're going to stop it here. We'll be back tomorrow, so don't frown. There will be more. On the way out, drop a like if you enjoyed the live stream. Hit subscribe if you're new and you want to join some of these live drafts with us. Also, free draft guide comes with it, 11 pages of player write-ups, ranking all the way players 1 to, I think, 238. So we're going to get this going again tomorrow. Hit the bell for notifications so you guys can get in these live drafts with us. Again, appreciate you all coming out. Have a fantastic night. Pounders.